long you've been involved with the Norris and why you got involved with it.
Oh, good. I actually was the first of our family. I took a cabaret class here, and when my girls were small, and then right out of the cabaret class, I was never singing, never dancing, but it's an adult class, and it was really fun to actually do that, challenge myself to something like that. Shortly thereafter, I had a little girl try out for High School Musical. Actually, both my kids tried out, but only one made it. And then Grease. And so this is years and years ago. They were in 5th grade, and my daughter's now in 10th grade. So 5 years. 5 years.
Why do you think it's important to support the Norris?
Thanks for that question, because my girls have developed so much of their character as human beings and their talents, or the ability to remember that they need to be prepared, and they need to always show up with the prop. It always has to be put back in its place. The skills they've gathered, I couldn't teach them what they've learned at the Norris. They can get in front of a mic and not be intimidated. They can stand up in front of a class and deliver a speech. They can talk to a teacher with confidence. They know they can put a sentence together. They know they can sing. I mean, they know they can memorize. I can't memorize like my girls can, and they can get up and just belt out a tune in front of an audience, and that skill will carry them in life with this incredible confidence. And so I think there's that. There's also all this music they've learned and the historical things that we've gone over and over again. There'll be, for example, Annie. Kira played Annie in Annie. So how many times did we go over U.S. history? And did we all these jokes about Republicans and Democrats? What's a Republican, Mom? So, we could explain to them the characters and explain to them that the historical setting that made that line funny back when. And on all the plays, from the 50s to the 20s to the 1800s, they have learned something of history. And then the lyrics, they've learned this rich vocabulary. So, I could go on and on and on and never cease, but I am so glad to be associated with the Norris. I'd say also my girl, who is now moved into sports, she says over and over again, the Norris is a safe place. At the Norris, I can be not dressed up, I can be no makeup, I can show up and be accepted just how I am. If I am in a bad mood, people get me out of it. If I am in a really great mood, everybody joins in. There's so much about the way that this place is accepting. And she has said that it didn't happen in that next world she moved to. This is safe. So both of my girls feel like this is just home.
Hey, tell me how long you've been involved with the Norris and why you became involved.
Well, I've been involved probably my whole life, because I'm Dick and Joan Moe's daughter. So with my mom's dream when I was in 3rd grade, when she saw me perform on a multi-purpose room stage, and said, that's just not good enough for our kids. She's from back east, so Northwestern and the big performing arts. So she said she really wanted to bring a theater to our hills. So my whole life has been fundraising and being part of this whole wonderful center that we have. So I became involved as a child all the way up through. Unfortunately, the time that I graduated high school was when the actual theater opened. So it took quite a few years. But after I graduated, and I work full-time, and I'm a CFO for my company, and now I'm a CFO for the Norris Center. So that's what I do as a volunteer. And then my dad did the GCing on this job. And so I helped out in program management for the whole job, and my husband laid all the floors here, and I did all the interior decorating with a friend of mine, bought all the pictures, all the interiors, so it was a big job. In fact, even the children helped lay floors. That was Christmas vacation for us, but it was wonderful. And to see how these kids flourish in this program, I'm lucky enough to have both of these two of my 3 kids are involved in the program. One is in Times Square Kids, which is a performing arts group, and they sing and dance and perform all over the place, like Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm. And the leader of that is Janessa Wigler, and she's amazing. In fact, the teachers here are amazing. What they do with these kids, they start so shy and not really able to do anything, and the next thing you know, they're grabbing a microphone and singing a song, and it's just really wonderful.
Tell me how it feels to have the building finally completed.
Well, I can sleep. No, it's really wonderful. In fact, one of the first days that we opened, this is the first time we've ever had windows that we actually can look into the rooms and see what the children are doing. And as I walked down the hallway, I saw a special needs class. I think they have 30 kids in there, and they were teaching them to dance, and it brought tears to my eyes. It was just amazing and wonderful, and it's just a great feeling to know that our kids have a home now, that they get to do all their things here with vocal studios, dance studios, acting studios. It's really great. And they also have a study room here, because some of the kids are here like for musical practice. They'll be here for 10 hours today. Doesn't mean they're going to be working for 10 hours, but the parents aren't going to come back and forth dropping them off. So now they have a room, they can actually study, and we have printers and wireless internet, so they can use their computers and actually do work here too. So it's pretty exciting.
Tell me your favorite part about the Norris.
The favorite part about the Norris, gosh, that's tough. I like the professional shows. I really enjoy that, because in our backyard we get to see shows that if we went downtown we'd have to pay $200 a seat for, and we get to see them in almost a living room setting, so that's really fun. And I guess even with that is the kids program, to see how these kids flourish, and I enjoy watching my own children in it. And for all these years, I mean, they just started in it, and I've been watching all these kids grow up here in the program. It's really neat.
Wow, that's great. Can you tell me your favorite part about the Norris?
My favorite part is when I perform. It's really, really fun, and I like dancing and singing, so it's really, really one of my favorite things to do.
Thanks so much for watching. I'm Margaret Linker, here hanging out in the Kellogg Green Room. That's what's happening at the Norris Theater.